It's Mr. Times again, and I'm here with my friend Tracy, and I'm gonna be doing this as a podcast for every Sunday, just because I've been really bad on YouTube and stuff. So, and would you like to say anything, Tracy?
Hey everybody, welcome to our podcast.
Oh yeah. Also, by the way, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit more PG because I curse. If any of my YouTube videos have explained it, I curse like a sailor, if anything, like I swear a lot, so I'll try to cut it down. And today's subject though is
Diet and exercise.
Yeah, it's number 37, so diet and exercise. And I think the first few questions that I would like to ask you then, and maybe like we can get a honest picture, is like, since diet and exercise go hand in hand, right? Would you ever diet to get a like, the type of performance exercises that you would want? The goal, I guess what would be that body type? Like, the golden body, like in Hollywood and shit,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like, you're so fucking chiseled, you could literally like take that body type and turn it into marble and like bash somebody's skull
like
out with it.
sculpture.
Yeah, like a sculpture. Like, yeah, no. I would you ever do it though? Because I mean, I would I think I've only done it once for exercise, because most of the time my diet is due to sicknesses.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you didn't do it unless you had to.
Yeah, like, because if the doctor's like, "Hey, homunculus, you need to cut down, or you need to stop eating this," or and it makes sense because I remember a few times where I'm like, I fucked up, and
Oh, okay.
What about you then?
Personally, I can see some benefits of doing that. But personally, I think because I'm quite lazy actually, so I'm just open to eating anything whenever I want to.
So would you ever hit the gym and try to get the chiseled golden body one day?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why
It's
not
hard,
though?
Maybe because I like eating so many different foods, and yeah,
You're just like, I want food, man.
Yes.
I want that delicious fucking donut
Yeah.
at the end of the day. No, I
yeah.
swore.
And because of having a sweet tooth, personally.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, out of you and me, you probably eat like 15 times my sweets. I eat I chew I eat one chocolate bar. Okay. And then go out of my way to drink some fucking orange juice, and then just chew gum, and that's my whole sugar intake pretty much. That's just me going okay, I need to stop with sugar. And then I remember you were you were snapping me donuts and a whole box of them gone, and I'm sitting there oh my god, I feel like I have diabetes just by looking at your snaps.
Hey, no one said that I ate the whole box by myself, though.
Did you? I thought you ate the. Well, didn't you say that you had a sampler, and then there was one donut gone, and then you had two more, and I'm assuming that because I was just what the hell? That's still so much, and you're like, this is my casual times. I'm like, your fucking casual times, oh my god. Because even for me, I'm I have one donut, and I'm already I'm sitting there I have a coma of sugar, and then I'm watching you just devour it, and I'm my good lord, man. Just saying. Oh. But once again though, back to the main subject before we go on rambling on to weird shit. You really do yourself sweets and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why, is because I don't think I can give up sugar.
Yeah,
and sweets, yeah.
Because for me, though, I think I can give up some stuff. Because even then, for me, I stopped eating my, salt and vinegar fucking chips and whatnot. That stuff is, everybody goes Sean, you're weird. How do you like that? That's nasty. And I'm man, but it's so good. I like savory stuff more than I like sweet stuff so far, actually. Because honestly, here's a good question for you then. Would you prefer a meat pie, as in those pies that have meat, pot pies, versus a, apple pie?
Apple pie.
Apple pie, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because for me, if you had a properly spiced, beef, pie with a little bit of mashed potato, like you made a shepherd's pie with an actual pie crust and stuff, I think I would actually just fall in love with that person because it's just so good. I like savory food so much more, and I know like it would like it's just so good. But even then, you could technically speaking put those into your diets. You know what I mean? Versus like a whole freaking cake or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not as harsh because they're like. If you made a shepherd's pie, you could actually make it relatively healthy, from what I understand. But, like, if you were trying to excuse yourself by eating, like, a cake, like, let's go to the extreme versions of these. Because, like, a mutton, for example, like a roasted meat or
Okay,
something,
yeah.
right? It isn't actually as bad. Like, you could actually have, like, you know, just don't boil chicken, though. My God, that would make you depressed. But, like, I believe, like, pan-fried chicken would be perfectly fine. And you could make that with, like, a little bit of spices and stuff versus, you know, trying to fit in, like, ice cream.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
not
rough.
saying that I don't like savory items though.
No, I know. But, like, you know, to try to, like, fit it into a diet to
Yeah.
specifically get that golden sculpt body.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I remember watching a lot of people who were talking about, like, how to get that golden sculpt body. And, like, there was this one homie that I know, or, like, this one dude that I know. I think he's, like, on YouTube or something. And he said that, like, he eats healthy 99% of the year. Like, as in, he just eats, you know, like, just the standard greens and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the only time he eats, like, poorly is on his birthday. And that makes sense. I'm like, holy.
Wow.
That is, like, full commitment, though.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, though. But don't get me wrong, though. I know there's some diets that can let you just eat, like, trash. Because, like, you know, like, I remember Bart Kwong back in the day? Like, he still was super jacked.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that dude was, like, able to rip a person in half. But, like, he just... from what I understand, he wasn't, like, eating, like, super crazily well. You know what I mean? And that kind of made sense, because I was like, okay, yeah, because he was doing a lot of bulking. And I think it's called dirty bulking,
Yeah.
which is, like,
Yeah.
exercise and stuff.
I've heard of that term before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But I don't think I would ever try to get the clean cut build, honestly, though. Because it's like, yeah, you know, it's just honestly too much, like, it's honestly too much work, in my opinion, too. But
Yeah.
it's like, I'm also, as what you said, I do prefer myself, like, having, like, you know, delicious meals and stuff. Like, I'm sorry to say, though, because clean cut meals are so bland and pretty boring, but you can probably... This actually raises the question, though. How would you culinarily make those more palatable, though? As in, like, you know, how would you make them more delicious without adding on the calories? Because technically speaking, everything would add on calories, you know what I mean? Like, even
Yeah.
spices and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
know.
spices.
Because I was just thinking, like, I'm not a person that eats spices, because spicy food kills me. But
Okay. But non-spicy spices.
yeah, like...
Flavorful spices.
Yeah, like, you know, thyme and stuff and whatnot. And I was just thinking, because I'm like, I'm a fan of paprika. Like, I would
Okay, yeah.
love to have a little bit of paprika
Yeah.
and, like, and pan fry chicken with, like, olive oil.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
like, that sounds already really good. Maybe even, like, a couple of, like, what is it called? Maybe a dash, like, of, what am I thinking? Of, like, thyme or whatever. 'Cause
Rosemary or
or maybe even rosemary. Like,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
still like, but you get my point, right? But
Yeah.
I always wondered how far could you push that before you basically get into the realm of, like, you're not eating healthy enough anymore to get that body. Because even then, like, it's kind of like
that's true. Like, yeah, where is that
fine line.
fine
right?
line, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, for me, I'm thinking, like, because I'm not even kidding. I remember there was, like, a girl who literally sat there and was counting her macros and
Okay,
stuff, right?
yeah.
Like,
as there are
in the
apps for
gy-
that.
in the gym and trying to solve how she could fit pizza into her diet, and I just was like, I feel horrible
Love
for
pizza too much.
you. Like, I feel no. You know what's funny though? I have an unpopular opinion. I actually hate pizza
Okay, fair enough. Why?
because, like, okay, because you know how when you go to any party, like, the standard is always pizza. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
That's the reason
So you
why.
just got sick of it or something?
Well, yeah, I got partially sick of it because it's like, first of all, usually most of the time people just get, like, the standard pizza places, as in, like, you know, like Pizza Huts and
Okay,
shit
yeah.
like that. Like, Like, don't get me wrong, Little Caesars is like it's all right, but it's not like amazing. Because after I had like I can't remember what's the pizza place, but there was like this pizza place that my sister got like every single time, and it just looked freaking like the moment I had it too. Like it had literal pastrami and stuff. It was like made by pretty much an Italian guy in the back that's like cursing in Italian, and he's just sitting there like. No real person know what Italian cooking is like unless you eat it from me, and then he's like making fun of like all the other like fast food chains making pizza and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think I could eat like any other pizza and be enjoying of it. I always just eat now pizza just to be like, well, I'm full now, I guess. No, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of painful to eat pizza like that. It's super weird though, but because even for me, I'm like. If I was honestly to try to like, if I wanted to break that that whole diet exercise for like a moment to eat something delicious, I cannot have just shitty pizza. I would have to have like
good pizza.
Really good pizza, like something that's like you literally will see the Italian guy fucking like in the back and he's all angry, or like you go to Italy and stuff and you go do that because oh my god. Because even then for me like I'm not super stoked about pizza.
Oh, okay.
I think the thing I'm super stoked of is like pie, though.
Oh, okay.
Like, because like if you were gonna cheat in those situations, what would you eat then?
Like, just pie or anything?
No, just in anything. Like if you had to keep that diet, right, and you wanted to try to put in one thing, like keep your macros and stuff, but you need to try to put that one thing. What was the one thing you would try to keep? Because I'm not saying pizza. I would put pie, man. Meat pies are amazing.
I think I would say pizza, actually.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, then what type of pizza then?
Personally, Hawaiian.
A Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Here. Oh, this is gonna... If anybody's actually gonna listen to this, like, I feel bad, because it's always been a good question. Does anybody agree with pineapple on pizza? Because I know there's a majority that hates that.
Right. It's like, you're either type A or type B, kind of.
Yeah, and this has been always the one thing, but because a lot of people even argue that it's not the worst thing though.
Yeah, I like pineapple on my pizza.
So but would you like a thin crust or like a thick crust type of deal?
Like a thick but puffy.
Oh, one of those like
crispy but very light.
I think they're called like the deep pan crust or whatever.
Yeah, like has to be very fluffy.
Yeah.
Bouncy.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I think it's like the more New Yorker style. I think that's what it's called. But why though? Why would that be your cheating thing that you would want to eat?
Like you said, it's always at parties, but I feel like because it's convenient. I don't know, or because it has vegetables and fruits and meats, and it's like you can just.
So you want to cheat, but you don't want to go too off of the rail. You know what I mean? Okay, I get what you mean. Because I mean, if you because I was just thinking like, if you're already committed and you're starting to tone up, right? Yeah. Because for me, I'm just thinking of like, yo, man, I'm gonna cheat hella hard. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking sit there and just be like, this is semi-healthy and argument. No, I'm gonna be like, it's unhealthy. I'm gonna eat the hell out of this. This is gonna disappear in my body, and I'm gonna have like 3 of these.
Grease just oozing from it.
Oh no, man! Because I'm thinking of like a proper pie. It would just be slightly shiny and stuff, but you're not gonna have it like fucking dripping of like molasses. I mean, not molasses, of like lard and stuff that's like liquefied, and you're like sitting there like biting it once, and it just spews like hot lard everywhere. I
mean for pizza though.
I get it for pizza but like you know what I mean. I'm like, for me, I want to be disgusting.
Oh, okay.
Because I was gonna have to, if I knew I had to cheat with pizza and stuff, I would just simply just not even cheat at all. Because I would just be like, okay, if I'm gonna have a pizza, I'm gonna have it like covered in vegetables, have like a few bits of sausages on it, or like
So you'd still prefer to have a balance.
Well, I mean, no, because I'm talking about cheating. Like, when you're like trying to cheat yourself, like, you know, have
Why
a
would you
cheat
have
day.
vegetables in it then?
No, you're having a cheat day. But
Okay.
because if I was gonna have pizza in general,
Yeah.
I wouldn't cheat with pizza.
Okay, yeah.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
It's like you're going out there and having a cheat day, and you're just choosing the most, like, because, like, remember, for me, pizza is not the most amazing thing.
Okay.
Remember, like, if I was
I'm
gonna have
not
a
saying it's the most amazing thing.
no, I know, but if I was gonna have a cheat day,
Yeah.
I would go out there and have, like, pasta or something, man.
Oh, okay.
Like lobster pasta with, like,
Oh.
all the cheese and stuff, and, like, oh my god, it'll be so good. Cause, like, just imagine that. Like, if you were having to eat healthy all the time,
Yeah.
that pie for me with, like, you know, like I don't know, like a meatloaf pie or whatever it is that I get my hands on.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I would eat the hell out of it and be
Yeah.
so gross, but it'd be so delicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, if I had to cheat with pizza, like, to try to find a pizza that was, like, if it was my condition where I could only eat a pizza
Okay.
and still cheat with it, because, say, I'm going out with my friends and I was gonna cheat with all my friends.
Okay.
Like, you know, have a cheat day.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, though, I don't know what pizza I would really cheat with, because I think, like, a meat lovers with, like, with, like, maybe a bit of cheddar.
Okay.
Like, cheddar cheese, like, thrown onto it, like, grated with, spinach.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
those-
I like spinach.
Yeah, because I think those flavors would blend really well, and, like, I like the sharpness of cheddar with, like, a little bit of, like, kind of, like, meatballs and, like, sausage. Because I think that would be really good. And the only reason I would, like, the only other thing I could think of is, like, a chicken Alfredo pizza, but those are, like, going to the extremes. You know what I mean?
Like,
That's, like...
pasta pizza? What?
I mean, if there was such a thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're just talking about purely pizza toppings and stuff. Yeah, I would have just that, pretty much. Like, that would make it just super simple for me, but I probably would be still unsatisfied, because I would be like, fuck, man, I waste my cheated day on this shit.
No.
And I'm sorry to say. Don't get me wrong, though. Pizza is good. I don't want to insult people who eat pizza a ton, but it's just...
It's
if
just
I'm
a
gonna-
personal preference.
yeah,
right?
it's a personal preference. Because, like, for me, pizza's not the grandiose thing, you know? Like, pie for me is, like, where it's at, you know what I mean? Because, like, fuck, if you make a good pie,
Yeah.
you're getting flaky crust and stuff that's super good, and
Yeah.
it's, like, buttery. And then you have, like, in the middle
Hate those
where it's,
soggy
you know-
crusts.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's the problem with pizza, though, because it's like, you know, you have these thick crusts and stuff,
Yeah.
but, like, I like the kind of the thinner ones that
crispy.
are, like, crispy, but then they're, like, slightly chewy in the middle, right? Or
Yeah.
the slightly, where you bite down, you hear the nice snap of the bread and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's soft in the middle. Like, it's not hard all the way through.
And
or
it's
anything.
not dense or anything.
Yeah, and it has, like,
Okay.
the reasoning, too, why I like those types more is because they don't add so much pizza sauce, like, as in, like, you know, the tomato sauce and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, when, like, you see deep crusts, they fucking take, like, they take a whole ladle, and then they just drop, like, you know, 5 pounds of, like, tomato sauce on that stuff, and you're like, why? Like,
Yeah.
just why, man? Like, I don't know, like, because, like, it's subtle flavors, you know what I mean? And I like that subtleness. It's like, you know, you're not getting, like, slapped across the face, you're just getting this nice, like, hints, you know?
Just enough of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's that's what's fun. It's nice. It's like a pleasant meal, versus, like, you know, going out there and eating something like, well, it's like eating a lemon.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's just too rough. I like to, upon being molested by working out, like, I want to have some pleasantness. You know, just saying. Am I so wrong to have that? Don't get me wrong, though. There are some delicious meals that are rough that are nice, but I don't want to, you know. Yeah, oh, God. Back to it, because we went on to a tangent and a half. Well, I technically did, but, yeah. Have you ever actually went on a diet, though?
No.
No?
Nope.
Not even for, like, a doctor's thing? Well, no,
No.
you probably did, by technical speak, because whenever you get sick, right? Because technically speaking, well, I mean, like, it wasn't planned. But, like,
Oh.
actually, that's a good argument point. Do you think that diets, when you're sick, are technically still diets? Because for me, how I see it is, anytime you have to change your standard of eating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would still consider them diets.
Okay, because, yeah, like, for me, like, I had to change my standard of eating anytime I get sick.
Oh, okay.
You know? Because,
Yeah.
like, anytime I get sick, it's literally congee, as in,
Oh.
like, rice porridge,
Yeah.
which is a fucking nightmare to eat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a kanji lover.
Yeah, I don't like. I would not eat kanji on a normal basis. Like if you go to a Chinese restaurant and
It's
somebody
like a
goes,
breakfast.
"Hey, let's go get kanji," I'm
Yeah.
like, "Shut up and get out of here." Like unless it's one of those like like have you ever had those fancy kanjis? Like those ones where they actually put meats and stuff and like
Yeah,
things.
like it's up to you what you really want to put in it.
Yeah, because I remember there was this one bomb place that made kanji where
Okay.
it was like slightly sweet.
What the?
Like no, like I think it was sweet because it had like a little bit of saltiness with soy sauce or something.
Okay.
So it had like a mixture that I'm not totally sure how they made.
Okay.
But it had like, it was savory because it had like all these like herbs and stuff too. And I was like, oh, this is actually good.
Sure.
Especially if you have the Chinese donuts with it. Oh my.
Oh yeah, I like
Okay,
it with
like-
Chinese donut.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Like I remember having like a small bowl of it. I was like, you know what? This is actually not bad. But like you were gonna eat like the standard, sick kanji.
Yeah.
Like the one that has
Nothing.
just nothing, yeah. And it like your parent comes in with like either shredded pork or like or with like a bottle of soy sauce and goes, make this more flavorful because that's all you're gonna eat.
Right.
Oh my god, it's like a nightmare to live with. It makes me sad to eat anytime like
Yeah.
that.
It's too plain, I think. But
Yeah, it's just way too plain.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly though, like, and I don't know what's the actual definition of a diet, but it's like if you had to follow that because you're trying to, keep off of it,
Yeah.
like keep off of normal foods. Because I remember when I was sick, I remember eating tomatoes and it made me throw up.
Oh.
Like, anytime there was like fresh fruits, I would
Okay.
throw
Oh.
up. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables would instantly make me go sick. Like I would only eat just like
Cooked.
meats
Or-
that are cooked.
How
Or
about cooked vegetables?
I don't even remember because I think the only time I ever ate vegetables when I was sick caused me to throw up every single time, and it would cause me to throw up like horrendously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did that ever happen to you?
No.
No.
I don't
Okay.
think.
I don't know, man. Because like I know that what was terrible though is that when I get sick, I would get super like lose so much nutrients and stuff.
Oh.
Like it made sense, right? Because you were sick.
Yeah.
But my lord, man, like that in my opinion is like the worst thing you could ever do. Like just eat kanji. it was so bad, so bad. Like my good lord. Oh, what did you eat anything else aside from kanji when you were sick though?
Not really, because I think growing up with Asian traditions, it's usually defaulted to kanji.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I remember the only other thing that my mom would ever let me eat is just plain rice with
Okay.
caramelized pork.
Oh, specifically.
No, because it was this pork that usually was caramelized with fish sauce.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it literally was like, it's the sweet and sour sauce that
Oh,
would
okay.
taste like fish sauce, but like it would, of course, taste like pork at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. If you ever cut that caramelized pork, like if ever my mom was to make it, and if you cut it literally in half, it will literally look like standard pork on the inside.
Okay.
But then on the outside, it literally looks like you took like Donald Trump and like like scraped his orange off and then it turned it into like a caramel.
What the?
It's like that.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the hell? Like it was really weird, but it was super good though. Don't get me wrong.
Right. It
was
sounds
super
good. It sounds nice and simple. And-
Yeah, it's super simple, but I remember it was really strong. But I
Okay.
think that was just till you could basically ignore the rice. You know what I
okay,
mean? Because
yeah.
like, actually, that's a good question. Do you like just plain white rice?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, no, because I have a friend, I remember it, that he kept on saying that it's that he really likes white rice.
Okay.
But I freaking hate white rice.
If you give me soy sauce, it'll be okay.
I don't know. I think it's just because I got sick of it.
Okay.
Because when my mom got sick, I was only eating just plain white rice.
Okay.
And then I
No
learned how
meat,
to
no
cook.
like
No nothing.
condiments.
Just white rice. And it made me depressed. Like, it legitimately made me feel sad about life. And now I love food permanently. Like, anytime somebody is like, like, you're just gonna have to eat plain white rice for the next week, I'll be like, I become sad. Because, oh man. Actually, that is a good question though, because I remember seeing some people spicing up white rice
Okay.
with tomatoes. Have
Oh.
you ever actually tried that?
Oh, is that where you like put that like a whole tomato into the rice cooker, and then it just comes out like exploded, and like you just mix it? Or...
Yeah, and I heard about that. I've seen a guy do it. I can't remember what's his name, but he pretty much argues about Eastern versus Western cooking. And the only reason why I always preferred Western cooking is only because I never liked how my parents taught me Eastern cooking. Because they would be like, I think it's 3 spoons, and then they then they go, oh, it's actually 2 spoons, and then you're like sitting there like, they don't remember because I'm serious, like, they always refer not to writing down a recipe, they just refer to talk about it. And I'm like, no, this is horrible, because I remember my mom makes the same meal like within a week, and she would do it like worse and worse, or better and better, or just randomly it'd be like good, then bad, and that'll be it. I'm like, why do you do this? Like, why do you not write down a recipe and then tell us? So
it's, like, not as consistent.
Yeah, like, because if you make Western cooking and stuff, you have a recipe that's, like, there and explained. Because I just hate the... I think what I hate is actually the methods of remembering stuff. Because, like, anytime I ask my mom to write down a recipe and then, like, show me it later, she's just like, no, man, you have to remember up here. I'm like, dude, really, why? But that kind of brings it back to, like, the whole thing about, like, why I want to spice up rice and stuff. Because, like, my mom is... Anytime she's, like, tries something new, she, like, disowns it instantly. She's like, why do you want to screw with tradition? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's fun. You know? Fun to make new foods types.
Right, yeah. It's good to experiment.
Actually, this does... Okay, wait. Here's a good question, though. I know this sounds like a really fuckboy, like, kind of like some... Well, not fuckboy, but more like somebody's fucking with cooking in the wrong way, right?
Right.
But what's your opinion on cheddar cheese and ramen?
Oh, interesting. I've never actually had
the
two together.
I recently had it.
Okay.
And it's so good. I'm not even kidding. It's weird because you wouldn't think it would be a normal thing. Because, like, when you have tonkatsu, it's already creamy and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, like, really fattening and stuff.
So,
and then,
why would you have to add another element to that?
Yeah, like, when you add an extra fat and stuff. Yeah. It sounds really weird and kind of is disturbing, but it's, like...
Like, it would be overpowering
and stuff. But if you actually try it, which I'm going to give, like, a shout-out to... I think it's called Tokyo City and Dragon City in Calgary, Alberta, where it's literally one of the best, like, ramens I've ever had, because it's literally, like, it actually adds more creaminess and more fat to the actual soup, and I didn't think that it would actually need more.
So is it just shreds of it, or is it like a slice? Or
no, it's like a slice, and they put it in the ramen, like it's just the noodles,
but it's still solid, like.
Yeah, it's still, like, solid, but it's super good, man. I'm not even kidding. Like, I never thought that they would actually need... Because the thing is, it adds fat in the sense of, like, it's not, like, a curd of fat. It's actually a butteriness of fat.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it so it's a little bit more bearable. Like, I'm not saying that they took, like, you know, like, a cube of fat, like, a cube of, like, actual solid, like, you know, animal fat that's, like, you know, like, lopped off of, like... a chunk of meat or something, I threw it in there. Yeah. No, it's like it adds this buttery taste to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how butter, like, makes some things, like, just a little bit more, like, kind of nicer?
Yeah. I like butter on corn.
Yeah, exactly. See? But that's what I mean, though. It was like it was such a shock to me, because I even when I first tried it, when I first went into the restaurant and read that on the menu, I was like, who the fuck does this? Like, I was like, seriously, who came up with this idea? And then later on, when I tried it, I was like, oh, this is good. This is nastily good. Like, I think my heart will stop type of good. Like, this is like, like John Panesh type of stuff. And, like, you know how he made the joke, like, you know, this isn't some kind of gelato where it's like, I'm gonna have like 13. It's more like he made the joke like, I'm gonna move here now and eat this for every single day of my life. It was one of those scenarios, because I was like, when I realized how good this is, I was just like, oh my god. It's like You know how like there are some comfort foods type of
Yeah.
deals? Like you know how like chicken noodle soup for like
Yeah.
people when they're sick, like on the western side of the world?
Yeah, actually, I never ate chicken noodle soup
I
or
partially had that.
when I was sick. so-
Partially. I had like canned shit,
Right,
but it was
okay.
terrible for you. But no, it was more of like this soup would be the comfort. Like, you know, when you have a bad day or something,
Yeah.
and you just need to have something hearty and kind
Oh.
of like warming.
Yeah.
It was that. I had that, and I was just like,
Oh.
you know what? I think all my problems went away for a while. I was like, and I'm not saying that that's actually what happened. It just makes you forget. Because
Right.
you were just like, I would
You're
just
so in the
eat it.
moment.
Yeah, you're just so in the moment, and it just made me so happy. Like there's not even meat or anything, and I'm already
Right.
happy and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like God, man, it's so good though. I'm not even kidding. Like as much as anybody's skeptical, like pineapple on pizza and stuff, right? Like I get it because some people don't like the sweet and the bit of the saltiness from
Yeah.
the thing.
Like it's like people are like, oh, it doesn't belong and stuff.
Yeah. But like in this case, seriously, give it a try. Like I'm being fully serious. If anybody's like listening to this, watching this, even though literally there's nothing on the screen, just trust me with this. Trust me. Like it's actually more solid than you would actually think. I think it's American cheese though, and not like standard cheddar cheese from the rest of the world. It's like
Oh.
American. And I don't know why.
Okay.
Because when I originally tried it, I believe it's like the one that melts a lot more, and I don't know how much they put in. Because when they put it in, I'm not even kidding. The noodles are it's just like welded onto the noodles
Oh, okay.
now, but it's so delicious. I'm not even kidding. Like you and me have to go out and try
Yes.
this one day.
Yeah.
The only problem is that this restaurant is like open on the weekdays,
Oh,
and then like
Okay.
closes early at 6.
but not. Is it open on weekends or?
I don't know if it open on the
Okay.
weekends.
Oh.
But like, I know it is, but I don't know when it closes. I believe it's
Okay.
closed at 6, but you know, like we should definitely try it.
Yeah.
It's just in the worst location because it's downtown Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a nightmare. Like honestly,
Yeah.
like fully, man. Like I'm not even kidding. Like because anytime you think of like downtown anywhere, some people will say like, oh, our city is packed with traffic and
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm like, man, if you live there long enough, anytime you say traffic, it's like it's still gonna suck because it's like traffic is just like add 15 minutes for every car in front of you.
Yeah.
That's literally how I would explain it. And if you're in LA or something like that, and you're the farthest car in the back, you just add 15 minutes for every car in front of you. That's my rule of traffic. But like, at least Calgary is like usually 4 cars, so you would just basically be like, it's 45 minutes usually.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's not as bad as like some other places. I'm
Right.
just
Yeah.
still saying.
Like outside of rush hour, it's actually fine. I find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but my lord, man, like nightmarish places.
Yeah.
But honestly, that would be a fun adventure that we could actually go and do and whatnot. So,
Yeah. I'm interested in finding out.
have you heard of any other foods that are kind of weird then? Because I mean, like, or like combinations that usually you don't even see.
That's a good question.
Because I know one of the weirdest ones that I've ever heard and seen my cousins actually do was Coca-Cola and turkey.
Oh.
No, it sounds weird on paper, but I found out that they made a base with Coca-Cola. Like they used Coca-Cola and something else, and they basically added on top to give the kind of crisp and shine. And I was like, oh, I didn't think of this, because it was like a suggested on like a recipe that they found,
Okay.
and I was like,
so the soda is actually used to cook it, and not like, because I thought you meant like just eating turkey and drinking.
oh no,
Okay.
no. I mean, as
So,
in
okay.
like they did the whole like they poured it on top
Okay.
and then they based the turkey or I think that's what's the word, like you know when you like you know how like steak chefs and stuff,
Yeah.
when they have like a sauce going and then they scoop a little bit of the sauce and pour it back on top of the steak to
Oh,
give
okay.
that like to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like add the flavor back in. That's what they were doing with the turkey. Like they would take it, take the whatever is left, pour it back on, and it would give this kind of golden brownish shine and stuff.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh shit, I never would have thought, because it's so weird because Coca-Cola is like a really high acid.
Yeah.
And I would assume that it would like chew through the fats of the turkey, but it didn't, because
that's
it
interesting.
has to go through the skin first.
Right. Yeah.
But that was one of the most weirdest combinations I've ever heard, like hands down.
I've never even heard of it before.
Yeah, it actually made me wonder, like, you know how there's a lot of, like, alcohol in actual some cooking and stuff?
Yes.
Like, you know how, like, a lot of Europeans, like, they would take, like, you know, white wine or whatever, and they would pour it into, like, you know, certain meals?
Yeah.
I always wondered what that actually did for the meal itself. Because I know that, like, if you pour bourbon and stuff, right, it's because the spices of the whiskey
okay, yeah.
makes the taste.
Yeah.
But I never understood that with, like, wine. Because it's like, okay, wine has a distinct taste, but it's like, you know, how much do you add, and also
Right.
before it becomes just straight up, like, wine
Yeah.
taste. You know
Like
what I
in a
mean?
pasta, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, for me, I'm just imagining if you had, like, a white wine
Mm-hmm.
plus also a like, let's say, chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
Like, what if you did that? And I was wondering, like,
That sounds good.
it could be good, but I always wondered about how it would be actually like. Because imagine that mixture. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Because you know when you, like, first imagine something, it's like, you have white wine
Yeah.
plus also, like, you know, feta cheese, chicken, and then, like, linguine.
Okay.
And that's a really kind of weird mix in your head. And so I guess if you added enough, like, proper amount of salt, make it a little bit more salty on that end, maybe it could be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Was there any other things that you ever thought that was kind of kind of weird?
I don't know. Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that comes to mind.
Because you know what was my weirdest question though? Like of like you know, okay, so this is going into like vegetarian / vegan stuff in
Okay.
a sense, but
Oh, I wanted to ask you about whether you would be open to being vegan or your take on
my take on it.
yeah,
Like
with people now being vegan and keto and all these different things.
those types of
Yeah.
stuff. Well, ketos is actually is a horrible thing if you're not careful.
Right. Yeah.
But vegan though, my only take on it is that it's horrible because nobody actually checks your health.
Oh.
That's the main thing. Like, anytime I hear about, like, a vegan person talk about it, they always talk about the ethic sides, but they forget to talk and train other people about, like, the nutritious side. Because tentatively, people fucking forget about that. Like, anytime you hear about them, they go, like, okay, they argue about it being super good in the sense of, like, oh, hey, look at me, I'm doing this good thing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool on you, but have you actually medically checked yourself?
Yeah.
Because, like, I remember there was like there was
makes
like
sense.
a convention. There was a story about, like, my teacher talking about, like, vegans and stuff, and he was, like, saying that there are run-of-mill jokes about it. Like, you know, how would you tell there's a vegan in a room? They would instantly tell you. You know, that was the joke, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, because some of them are, like, really loud and some of them
Yeah.
are really bad, right? But at the end of the day, we did have a vegan student, and she was chill as fuck.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, she didn't call out anybody eating, like, a steak or chicken or something in front of her. She was just like, whatever, right?
Like she didn't have to make a big deal or
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
announce that.
Yeah,
she was-
and that was the funny thing, though, because since my teacher was actually speaking about how usually that's how a lot of people see vegans, right? They're in negative light.
Yeah.
And the only reason why he sees them in negative light is because they're improperly trained to eat properly as a vegan. Because he was saying that, like, even the top vegan, the guy that, like, held the title for, like, you know, being a vegan for the longest of time, he said that most people only last for, like, I think, like, 6 to 2-ish years, from what I understand.
Okay.
Because they're eating too
So from
unhealthily.
6 months to 2 years. That
Yeah,
range.
yeah.
Okay.
That is, like, the max. Because the reasoning why he said that is because even the guy himself explained that people are eating like shit as vegans.
Like what you mean by shit?
Because they don't consider their, like, iron intake, stuff like that.
Oh, like nutritional.
Yeah, like their nutritional
it's like
values.
imbalanced. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because, okay, it's super funny because...
I just know it contains a lot of nuts and vegetables, and you. would
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's-
Like, because they would have to eat, like, fuckloads of nuts. Like,
Oh,
they would
yeah.
have to eat tons of stuff that has, like, protein
Yeah.
and stuff, right? But, like, normal protein from meat and stuff
Mm-hmm.
is the best way how to get protein. Honestly. Seriously. And it's been scientifically proven, like, from what I understand, by my teacher. What he said was, it's literally proven that, like, protein
Yeah.
meats actually help their brains grow.
Oh,
when
okay.
we were like still animals and stuff.
Right.
And what was the surprising part is that people have been like not able to sufficiently feed that issue because like you can get like vegetable proteins, but it's not as abundant nor is it like as like high as of qualities. So it was difficult for a lot of vegans to have protein in their diet. That's why.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, oh okay, that does make sense. But that was the only real reasoning why I didn't want to be a vegan or anything, is because first of all, to eat for as much protein you would need in your body, you would have to eat like bags and bags of beans. Like you would die by beans, and that's horrible.
And they are very filling, so
yeah, like they're already really filling, and you would
Yeah.
have probably like you would shit constantly because there's so much fiber in beans
yeah.
already.
which is good to have fiber, but I mean it would just be
Yeah, to eat like 4 bowls of beans, like hell no, man. I would rather drown in liquid acid. Like I'm sorry to say, like oh my god, like that's the only reason why. The funny thing is too is that turns out there's okay. You know how you know that there's a person that is being stupid as a vegan though, and they just eat kale.
Oh.
It's because they. If you know how you know is that if they complain about having too much iron in their system, because supposedly they've been iron overdosing and as the latest complaint, and I was like, oh serious? Because my teacher was telling me how like people are eating so piss poorly for in a world that we have so much food. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like I argue and I agree with that because when you think about it. As much as we eat perfectly, in quotation, fine,
Yeah.
anytime you actually have a proper blood test and stuff, if you have any fucking disbalances and stuff, you realize you're overeating something or undereating something. Mm-hmm. Which means that, like, even though you filled yourself, it doesn't mean you filled yourself with the best stuff. And I found that out, and I was like, oh shit. And that was the funny part, because we're malnourished, but we're obese.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think the world really at the end of the day needs to fucking stop with the whole like worrying about the animals, because if we're not even properly feeding anybody and they're having like weird growth problems because of like improper eating, then that needs to be fixed first, honestly.
Yeah.
Like human beings need to fix that shit first. Like there's no way in a first world country like America and Canada where we're having this issue. That makes zero sense. Don't get me wrong, we should still care about the fucking birds and the animals and shit, but just, we need to fix other issues. Like, improper eating is a huge, like, thing, and it fucks with people. Like, it'll destroy, like problems, like, in a person. Like, it just causes problems. So that's the reason why I won't be vegan, because even then, for me, I know I don't eat well. I know I don't eat well, man. Holy shit. I'm not even kidding.
can probably say the same about me.
Yeah, because my doctor, he went up to me and was like, hey, Sean, how did you overdose on vitamin C? And he said that is usually not possible, but you literally would have to, like, drink fucking orange juice, like, every single day. I ended up with, like, 1,200 or something like that on my test. And he's like, this isn't actually physically possible, but you somehow did it.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. So he told me to cut down on my orange juice intake. So I was like, okay. So now I only just drink, like, a cup of orange juice.
Oh.
Before, I used to literally drink, like, in 2 weeks, I would drink those, like, those large carton of orange juices and stuff. In, like, 2 weeks, I would go through, like, 1 carton.
Holy.
Like, not even, like, 2 weeks. Probably, like, a week, a carton.
Wow.
That's how nasty it
Oh
is.
yeah, you and juice.
Yeah, man, I love juice. Like, legitimately, like, liquefied fruit. That shit is bomb. I'm sorry to say.
But coming from the fact that I like sweets, like I don't actually drink juice as often as you do, or like I don't even prefer pop, to be honest. I just like eating sweets.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just because you like baked kind of sweets.
Pastries and stuff.
Yeah, like pastries. Dude,
Yeah,
like,
but I don't drink a lot of sweets, which is interesting.
no, because I think what the difference is that for me, I like pastry savory meats. and
Okay,
Stuff. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever had have you ever had I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's not quiche, but it's like this pastry that's like folded with like a sausage pretty much inside. It's not a hot dog, but it's a legitimate pastry, like the pastries and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That they fold and then they make it into like a cone that holds like a sausage or like meatball in it. It's so good. Like I'm not even kidding. You have the spice from the meatball and then you're sitting there like, oh, fucking kill me, because it's pastry, right?
Right.
So it's flaky and light and fluffy, and you're like, I'm sitting there like, oh.
What's it called? Like something like pigs in blanket or something.
yeah,
or
I think
whatever.
that's what it's called, but
Okay.
you get what I mean, though.
Yeah.
It's so good. It makes me cry every single time I want to eat it. Like, it's like, and it's actually considerably expensive. I found a pie place that sells it for like $5.
Oh.
But like, oh my god, you eat that and you're just sitting there like, I think my heart stopped a little. Like, I have it for $11 because I would always get something else with it, and
Right.
I would be like, I literally feel like I'm gonna die. Like,
Once
shit.
again.
Cause fuck. Actually, that's a good question. If this goes up on YouTube and everything, what is honestly your guys' favorite cheat meal? Cause that's always a good question. Cause your favorite cheat meal, fuck man. Like, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure somebody would be like, I never worked out, so all my meals are cheat meals. I'm like, okay, cool, but then what's your favorite though?
Right. Yeah.
You know, cause like fuck.
Yeah.
You
Let
know,
us know.
Yeah, let us know, man. Anyways, back to the whole, like, you maybe... I think the only reason why you don't like, you know, liquid sweets and stuff, like, as in, like, you know, like, pops and everything, I think it's just because you need to have that, like, extra flakiness and the chewiness from other things. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I like honey and stuff, but I don't like honey on its own.
But what? It's not like you're drinking honey.
No, I know, but like, you know how when you have like, maybe like, you know, the spoon is still coated in honey
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff,
yeah.
and you can't get it off unless
Yeah.
you want to scrape it in a weird way.
Right,
And
and then
it's still waste anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's my problem. Like,
Oh.
I don't like the taste of just like honey in my mouth or anything. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, kind of like the same thing with like peanut butter. Like, you know, when you still scrape it and put it on toast, but there's still some left off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can have it like once in a while, but it's not like, you know, you want the texture.
Yeah.
And stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because for me, even now, whenever I have peanut butter, I have to have peanut butter that's, like, been toasted onto the bread. Like, it has to be grafted onto the bread, man. Like, I'm not
Okay.
even kidding. It is
Oh.
so good at that point.
Oh man.
And I think that's the real reason why. Because imagine if they took your favorite sweets
Mm-hmm.
and then blended it into, like, a fucking smoothie. I think that would be disgusting, first of all, but, I mean, like, honestly, you wouldn't like it because the texture would be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could taste fucking, I don't know, what is your favorite donut? Like,
I like Boston cream. Sometimes I just go for old fashioned plain or old fashioned sugar.
yeah, see,
So-
like, it wouldn't be as good as, like, fucking drinking it. I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, as in,
How is that
sorry,
even
sorry,
drinkable?
no, as in, it won't be as good as just eating it.
Okay.
If it was like if you liquefied it, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
that'd be just disgusting.
Ew.
I am horrified by just that shit. It's
Oh, yeah.
so disgusting. Like
Yeah.
I still don't get how people argue that making into a smoothie is ever better than just consuming it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
So-
agree. I'd rather just eat like fruit
Yeah.
in its raw form. So, yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, the only reason why I like juicing stuff is
Yeah.
that you take the juices from that and then you drink it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, because even for me, I'm like, I actually get the most high amount of pulp in my orange juice. I don't go like no pulp at all. That's just actually, that's pretty disgusting. That is like on the level of like, you just taste honey at the end of the day.
Yeah. Because
That's
it's
like-
too uniform or like it's too pure.
Yeah, it's like too pure, honestly.
Okay.
Because you have like the at least the juice flakes and shit,
Yeah.
and it's like going down your
Okay.
throat.
So
Like,
you need like the two textures.
yeah, like the
Okay.
texture is like
Yeah.
you know, because like you know how when you squeeze a orange, right?
Yeah.
And it still has like the actual like orange pieces. It's actually nice because you're like, okay, I squeezed an orange, and it's not
Alright.
the biggest deal. Don't get me wrong though, like I would still prefer eating like a clementine. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
okay.
clementines are horrible to be squeezed because they give you barely any juice, and it's all pulp, and that's all it is. So, because like fuck, man, the many oranges though. But anyway,
Yeah.
oh, but aside from that, what is your favorite smoothie then? Like if you were ever to make a smoothie, what would be your favorite thing about it?
I think I would go with watermelon or like something peach.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, I think. Oh, for smoothies, oh god, I think just a standard like banana and strawberry.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know
classic.
why. Yeah, the classic banana and strawberry.
How about greens like kale,
Oh, greens and stuff.
Or-
Oh yeah, no, I would throw a kale in that shit.
avocados?
Actually,
Or-
I'm slightly allergic to avocados.
Oh, okay.
From what I understand, if I have avocados and
Yeah.
it's like pureless form, and if I eat enough of it, it'll actually give me horrible stomach problems.
Okay. Well, it's so it's quite rich on its own,
Yeah,
so it's like yeah.
it
No,
makes
reminds
sense.
me of butter, kind of. So-
Have you ever actually ate a avocado on its own?
yes.
I've tried it too. It's
Like
disgusting.
well, I would just slice it and then eat it. Like
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. I don't know how people do it though. It's so nasty.
how about if it's in a salad?
and a salad?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. But I mean,
Okay.
as in like if you have like a whole avocado and you fucking
okay, and you don't
lopped
eat
out
it?
the fucking seed and shit and cut in half.
Okay. How
it's
about
disgusting?
with salt and pepper is okay.
Yeah, no, but I'm even talking about the purest of forms. It is disgusting. It's like eating a stick of butter that's been flavored nutty. Like, I'm not even joking. It tastes a bit like walnut.
Yeah.
That has.
It
like,
doesn't really. It's not really that sweet. It's just creamy and
Yeah.
plain. Like
Like you know what the walnut tastes like, right?
yeah.
But it's like you took the oil out and you took the nut of it, and then you added like butter. That's what it literally tastes like to me.
So true.
It's actually disgusting in my opinion. It's just something that I would not do. Like I don't even understand the whole avocado craze because I've seen people who just like take avocado to the extreme. They put it on fucking everything.
Oh, yeah.
The only time I ever agreed with it, and the one time I've ever seen where it sounds like it would be super good, is if you took, you know, like that the cheese spread, like Philadelphia or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that stuff. Put it on a toast like rye and stuff that's a little bit sour, like sourdough.
Sure, yeah.
Right. Added it to that, and then have actual avocado on top with a little bit of olive oil, and like a cherry tomato on the top, or like a not a
Fancy.
cherry. Is it a cherry? No.
Those small ones.
No, because there's two types. There's like the cherries, and then there's like the
Grape tomatoes?
the grape tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the cherry, the more sour one.
Oh, okay.
Because oh my god, I understand why they would do that with like salt and pepper on the Philly piece of bread.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh my god, I know why they would do that one. That one makes sense, but I mean like avocado on like almost 90% of everything is disgusting. Because I've seen people go like, I made a pho with like avocado in it. I'm like, fuck off, just stop. Like there's so much of that shit, and you know what the worst part is? It's horrible for the environments that actually it goes that's being made in.
Oh.
Like I've actually found out it's horrifically bad. It takes 4 times the water to make it, and then it's like placed in places that have droughts and shit. So you're taking all the drinking water from the country, and you're like saying "YOLO swag swag," and you're like fucking like pouring it to these plants that don't feed people, that don't taste good. That like it's so bad. I'm like, fuck, what the hell? Oh, it's so dumb. I don't believe.
How about if the avocado was blended into the smoothie? Like
I mean, it's
or-
solid, but I just honestly agree with it, but I just don't prefer because it still makes my stomach hurt.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, like I've seen some really sick avocado makes, right? Like a avocado, like a salad that had like basically this more vinaigrette dressing and
yeah.
stuff with like avocado, and that was fine. I'm talking about like when they add it to like stuff that honestly doesn't need it though. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
yeah.
like they add it to like soups and shit, and I'm like, why? Like it's not helping anything. It's matter of fact causing an issue. So I don't know though. Like I still firmly believe avocado is not the end all be all thing. It's just okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
What's your opinion on kale then? Because I know a lot of people swear by kale, but I'm like, honestly, with how many people fucking eat it in such terrible ways, I don't like. I like it in salads and like
Yeah, salad.
in like dishes that need vegetables. But aside from that, I wouldn't like be like the several psychopaths that go like, I bought a whole bundle of
Oh,
fucking
okay.
kale and just downed it in a day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't know. I like making like chips out of it in the oven.
Ooh, that does sound good. I've actually never done that yet. Actually, what's the process like though?
So you just sprinkle some salt and pepper on it, and then just bake it with a bit of oil,
bake it
and
with,
it'll
like,
just
olive oil?
be crispy. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I might try that sometime.
yeah.
Because the only reason why I mentioned that is because I made beef jerky.
Oh, okay.
Like I literally like took beef strips and
Alright.
then like stuck it
Cured it.
into like I stuck it first of all to marinate it and
Okay.
then like dried the shit out of
Yeah.
them.
So it's like
Right.
cured almost. Or
No, like I
to
first
the-
dried them with like paper towels to get rid of the actual sauce moisture,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like super dry already. And then after I leave them in the oven for like with like low heat for like fucking 3 hours, and they become
Oh.
like this like fucking leather, and then you're like eating it. It's still so good though.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like my god, it is so good. But oh man, oh fuck. I don't know. I feel like for kale though, what's like, do you think it could actually fit good in soups though? Like, cause I always thought that like anything that's like a kind of more like leaf like green never really worked well in some soups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see it being.
Because I'm thinking like the only time it would really ever be good, I can't remember what's this Chinese dish. There's like this Chinese soup where it's legitimately like, it's like the beef, it's like beef ribs or something, or no, like pork ribs or something,
Okay.
where they were like cooked to a point where they literally come off the bone.
Okay, like
Like-
spare ribs or something, or what are you talking
I
about?
think so, but because I'm no, like let me explain. Because I had the soup, and I remember it had like what is it called? Like I think bok choy.
Okay.
Right, and the bok choy is like pretty much like melded to the point where it's literally like it's super floppy.
Okay.
And I was thinking like maybe that could fit into there.
Oh,
Because for me, I always thought kale was a really bad like additive like to meals. You know what I mean? Like
it has a really distinct taste.
yeah. Because I mean, what I'm saying is like
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like I've never found a thing where it went perfectly in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you had like quiche or something where it's like a vegetable quiche, okay, that's fine because technically speaking, it doesn't hold everything together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing itself is not trying to hold it. Because I was thinking about like mincing, like kale and stuff, right?
Okay.
And then throwing it into something like what is it
Oh.
called, like like a stir fry,
Oh, okay.
and then it would be fine,
Yeah,
right?
because it's so it's chopped up into little.
Yeah, like it's not a main attraction type
Yeah.
of thing.
Mhm.
Because like
Yeah.
even then, like that whole Chinese dish, what I was trying to say out of it is that I don't think it could just hold up in that thing on its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it'd be just way too much, and it has like this. It would change the soup flavor too. That's why. So, oh man. Because even for me, I'm thinking like the only other vegetable I would argue, or like a thing, is seaweed.
Ooh.
There we go. Seaweed is something that I think like. I think that would hold up more better in like almost any in almost a lot of situations. Just because also, matter of fact, you could take anything and then technically put it into a sushi roll.
Oh,
Because
okay. Oh, yeah.
think of it this way: if you took the rice and then the rice paper, which is just seaweed
Yeah.
at the end of the day, just
And then
dried
inside
shit.
is just different
yeah.
ingredients. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, like, don't get me wrong, you wouldn't put that on you wouldn't put steak in there,
No.
which somebody has done before. But don't get me wrong, you still have like barbecue eel. So if you like barbecue, like
Yes.
that shit is
Yeah.
properly cooked. It's so beautiful.
One of my favorite sushis is the eel. Yeah.
Barbecue eel,
Yep.
man. Oh, so disgustingly good.
Yep.
Like fuck. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about scallop though, which I still am super confused what scallop actually is. But either way,
But
yeah. Oh man. So where were we talking? Because we went off on a tangent.
Oh
but
yeah.
Diet and exercise though. I don't know how I honestly feel about it though at the end of the day, because I feel like I don't think I'll ever do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't
same.
think I would ever do it. Like it's just too much work. Actually, this does bring up the question though.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever work out to impress other people, or would you want to work out for yourself though? Because for me, it's always been kind of a thing of like, I don't care if I look disgusting still, like I have a big beer belly and stuff, but I'm able to like lift a fucking stand, like those pine trees,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And I could tear it out of the ground, and I'm that fucking strong, but I still just kind of look like Buddha and stuff. I think I would be happy though, because I would be like, who gives a fuck? Because I always wondered about this, like, do you believe and do you agree with me that anytime somebody chisels themselves, right?
Yeah.
That you're not actually just working out to make yourself look good for just yourself. It's also for others.
Others, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the attention factor.
Yeah, because for me, I always wanted to have it so I just want to get stronger. I don't care about looking good. I want to be able to just rip a tree
Yeah.
out of the ground. Like, if I ever needed to, like, if I ever needed to be like, oh, some guy, like, tried to, like, you know, like, lock himself with, like, my friend or something and was trying to beat the shit out of my friend, and it was like a wooden door, I want to stomp that wooden door, like, just put my leg through it. You know what I mean? Like, immediately just break it in half. Because I always question that, like, though. Because I'm like, I get it with some people who believe, like, you know, like, anytime you do something cosmetically pleasing, it's actually not usually for just yourself. It's usually to also for other people.
Yeah.
Would you
that's
somewhat
true.
agree, though?
Yes.
Because I'm like, fuck, man, I kind of never liked that, though. Because even for me, I'm like, I prefer just wearing sweatpants and stuff, and, like, anytime I dress nicely, it's just like, yeah, I look nice, but it's like, fuck, I'd rather be just comfortable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But it's not to like show off your 6-pack or anything.
Well, no, I'm not a person to, like, be flexing, being like, oh,
Like,
look at me,
yeah,
I'm so
wear, like,
jacked.
Wear like a tight shirt.
Oh
or
my
something.
god, no. Even then, I wear baggy. And But that's a good question, then. Do you think that a lot of people like the baggy look?
No.
Because, like, it's more
Or-
of, like, the firm-fitted, nice kind of, like, potentially, you know, showing off the biceps
Yeah,
and shit.
but it doesn't have to be
Like-
so tight though. It should fit. It should fit
properly.
your
at
size.
least, right?
Yeah. Like
Yeah. I don't know though. I just always like thought that because like for I know a lot of people who like see baggy as kind of gross. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's like some people believe it's like hiding something. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay. Yeah.
And I'm like
don't
I
know.
get it, but it's like fuck. Have you ever felt how comfy wearing sweats feel, man? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say. Actually, that was a weird question though. Have you ever dated and stole your boyfriend's hoodies?
Not stole, but have worn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I honestly always wondered why do women do that? Like, it's a stereotype in like relationships where women steal your hoodie. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Again, for that comfort, I think.
the comfort.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true because hoodies are fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
I have like this one that is like, it's like you know the soft cotton type
Oh, yeah.
of deal. Yeah, it's like that all the way through the arms, and I'm like,
Ooh.
oh fuck, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. Ugh. Like, sweet Jesus. Like, I still wonder why then wouldn't just a girl just buy a fucking hoodie? Like, I don't get why girls need to run out and go steal. It's like, our women hoodies are not that good or something? Like, honestly, when you compare the two, you know, would you argue that women's hoodies are shit and then men's hoodies are better?
I guess. Is it because like men's tends to be softer, or they're just larger?
No, that's why I'm asking you the question, because I just want to know. I'm coming from a guy's perspective going like, why the fuck do women steal hoodies? Because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you could just get
I
like it
think
for 15 bucks.
Not like we don't have one. I think it's just for fun, or because
fun?
it's kind of like cute, or
Oh, I see, okay.
yeah.
Because I didn't understand that why, like, in any relationship between a guy and a girl when
Yeah.
it comes down to dating and stuff,
It's like
why do you steal the men's hoodie? It's like, dude, especially when it's like a gift from like an aunt or something.
oh yeah.
Cause like fuck, I'm just like, if you steal my aunt's hoodie, I'm like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, I don't want my aunt to be like, why the fuck aren't you wearing it? And
Yeah.
then if she meets my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh well, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, she owns it now.
Okay.
Like shit. Oh man. Oh god. Anyway.
But yeah, I guess that wraps up that topic.
Yeah, it wraps up that topic because I don't think that there's any exercise and diet things I can come up with either. Like, I think I'm pretty solid with it, and I think it's been like, how long has it actually been though? By the way, I don't even remember. Where's the recording? Where's the recording button? So I'm still getting used to this though, and it's been a while. It doesn't seem like it's showing up. I'll probably find it out like later on. But yeah, either way, guys. So this will be a now consecutive thing on every single Sunday for me. Probably not an exact time, I don't know when you're planning to upload it. I'm planning to upload it like the moment I have it done recording, and I'm just gonna throw it up there
Oh, okay.
and just be like, "This is podcast, whatever, fucking, you know."
Yeah, number
Yeah.
1.
And I'm still sorry. I'm still practicing not swearing and cursing like a homunculi. So, either way, do you have any closing out questions or answers or anything?
No, not really. I think we're both pretty solid on our decisions about that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So no retakes or anything.
No.
No take backs. No
No.
need to be like fuck that shit.
nope.
Okay. Sweet. And then I'll see you guys next week. Peace.